the skies will fade. Scorchers rule the storm tonight. In the name of Kylo's might, noble terrors Skardos fall beneath the Empire sky will floor. Shadow talons in the haze, twilight raids and solar blaze. Green visors glow with hunter's pride, no remorse on the Empire's side. All the banners storm tonight, in the name of Kylo's might. No, the terrors Skardos fall beneath the Empire's skybound thrall. Shards of steel, stormers descend. Mail of Republic will remember the black wings that brought the storm. At the steel, the Storches descend. The Helic Republic will remember the black wings that brought the storm. Years of fire crack the moon. Planets burns, a storm returns. This is the second war. From the ruins of Zeniba's cries to the wastelands under shattered skies, a kingdom fell, a moon was torn. Now Kylo strikes with blades reborn. Shattered pellet tracks and crimson dust mold the drill, Iguan's thrust. Marching steel and conquest screams, they ride the rust of broken dreams. Under planets are back into the flames. The sky is burning with forgotten names. A Zoids unleashed, mechanized warlust. Gordos grows and red hearts crush. No surrender, no retreat. The Republic roars from every street. This is the second strike, Planet Z ignites. Iron calms, the Titan stands, smashing hopes with burning hands. While from the clouds with vengeance raw, Salamander spreads the law. Down with fury, thunder, wing. The terrors rise, the air they sing. Godulous walk, the ground does scream. The final war of mental dreams. Cones and ash from the first war still linger, but peace was a wound, never a cure. They said the past would not return, but cease to bleed and empires burn. The moon's a grave, but we still fight. We'll never fade into that night. The planet's a strike of glory steel. We fight with hearts that gears can't feel. The Goddos, the Godulous, all stand tall. We rise, brother, we burn, we answer the call. This is the second strike. The skies explode with Zoid war might. And flame, every cockpit knows the name of freedom's roar and empire's pain. The war begins again, again. This war's our legacy, brother, our rage. The future's written in rockets and roars. Through empires crash in thunder wars. This is the second strike, and Planet Z will never be the same. Never die, they just reload. Now confident no return. No peace was won, the coffin of no return. A Out from the clouds with vengeance raw, salamander spreads the law. Talon, fury, thundering, the terrorists rise, the air they sing. Go to his walk, the ground does scream, the final war of metal dreams.
Metallic giants rise from lying grounds. Blue guardians down the heart. Lights and fury in the sky.